Okay, so good morning and good evening, everybody, and welcome back in today's class. Today we are going to be discuss or we're going to be start a new topic. Okay, maybe who already working as the developer, they have more knowledge in this area than me. Okay, but I would like to share what I have in my bucket. Will share with them. Okay, you can correct me if I'm going somewhere wrong here. Okay, so just try to be understand and then we'll proceed for the little bit practical part as well. So now for the next 3 to 4 days we are going to be discuss about the service now scripting, that what, how, where, who, by whom, which formula, which method, which technique can be used to do the scripting part. Okay, to do this part I'm going to follow a book that is called the Mastering ServiceNow Scripting. We pick up few of the topics in small and we will discuss that part. So let me share, already share my screen. So let me come here. Okay. So this is the book which I'm going to be taught. Don't ask for me the book. Okay. Just listen it and then we'll see how to proceed for the discussion. So this book has a lot of chapters, approximately 10 chapters. Introduction, ServiceNow, glide classes, client script, advanced, server-side script, advanced, and all the things will be there. As per our agenda, we are going to pick a limited portion from it, not the complete book. We will go through in the class. Okay. But yes, I will give you a base which help you to build your career or build your interest in the ServiceNow scripting as well. Okay, so now let's start with the basics one. Before we go that what is scripting, okay, we need to understand something important point. Okay, in ServiceNow world, let me share my, let me stop sharing and open some other slides as well. Give me a minute so that we can understand this thing more. Okay, before we go for the scripting, we need to be understand few basic terms. Okay, what is configuration and what is customization and what is the custom development? Okay, let me tell you little basic about the scripting and then we'll come on these concepts. Okay, let's say you have purchased, or let's say you're staying in a house. Okay, now in a house you want to keep your or hang your clothes after the washing, maybe a little bit for the sunlight, etc. Okay, you have multiple ways to tie up a rope. Number one, you can do a drilling on a specific places. Number two, there is a designated space where you can just pull up the rope and tie it, it will be done. Okay, the outcome will be same, that Atul, I want to tie up the rope, but way of doing is different. Way of doing is different. One is basically the place is given to you, you just go and tie up. And another is there is a place, but still you think no, it is not a good place. I can tie up some other place as well. This concept is called the configuration and the customization in service now at point of time. And as a BA, I must avoid customization. Now let's see what is configuration first. Let's go as per the standard definition. When you purchase your phone, a brand new phone, you open the box, you open the phone headset and you switch on. There's a lot of things which is configured by default. Example, ringtone, screensaver, your few apps like messaging app, your, or I can say your alarm ringtone, your contact list and all the things. Means contact list means in the way it should appear it, right? That's the thing. If you use as it is, then you're using the configuration. Or maybe you want to configure a new ringtone, you can configure it. But now I want that whenever my phone ring, it should switch on the flashlight. That functionality does not exist in my phone at point of time, but I want that. Then you install a new app in your phone, flashlight ringing. That is called the customization. So configuration says all the features which is available or given or delivered or I can say sorry, not delivered, basically configuration feature on the now platform that enable you to deliver against the custom business demand. Custom business demand means what the business need. These words are the standard words. I did not write these words. This I pick up from the ServiceNow website only. Okay, so in short, to understand, configuration means something which is available in the box and we call as a OOTB, out of the box. You just go and use like SLA. SLAs are not customization because there is a SLA module available. You go and you just add your SLA, email notification. You need to just modify your email notification content, image, brand, etc. Then what is customization? Something which is not given by ServiceNow and you implement or you create it for your purpose. Let's take example. I'm living in a house or I purchase a house from a builder. Builder give me 2 bedroom, 1 kitchen, 2 washroom, 1 lobby. Sorry, 1 balcony. Okay. Now I bring my bed and put in the kids room. This is configuration. But if I able to add a new room in that house, that is customization, because it was not given by builder, you doing for your purpose. So this difference is important to understand from the PA perspective, from the BPC perspective, from the consultant perspective. And to achieve this, generally scripting will be used. So now let's take example. Let me go here Let me open incident form. Okay. Now on this incident form, if I want a new field, will it be customization or configuration? Satya, will it be customization or configuration? If I want to add a new field on this form.
Configuration.
Configuration, okay. Jimmy, what do you think?
What's the question?
The question is that on this form, if I will create a new field, will that field would be considered as a configuration or customization?
I believe that would be, let me see.
That will be
I'll say that would be try to customize it.
customize it. Okay. Satya say configuration, GB say customize. Sham, what do you think?
Customization.
Okay. Harsh, what do you think? Harsh, what do you think?
We need to change, right?
No, will to be add. I'm not saying change.
Because I would think, it's already configured, then you're trying to take or remove from it, which means you're trying to customize it.
Okay, let's see. What do you think? Sham. Sorry, I'm saying Sham, Harsh.
Customize means that we that thing
No, just
that
tell me yes or no. It's a customization or configuration.
configuration, I guess.
Okay. Moji, what do you think? It's a customization or a configuration?
Um, like what Jimmy said, it's something that you already created is configuration, and customization is something you already have, but you are trying to customize it to the need of the customers. That's my own knowledge.
Okay.
That's what I believe. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, if I say practically it is a customization. The reason is that because the field which I'm going to be create here is not given by service now. Okay, it is not given by service now. You are creating for your purpose. You are creating for your own purpose. It is not given by out of the box. So it becomes the customization. Okay, so in short, if I say anything new which you want to create in service now, even a field, even a table, even a form is called or considered in the customization. But again, it depends in which company, in for which customer you are supporting. Like in one of my previous project, we did not include if you are creating a new field, it is not a customization. We did not include that as a customization. That is a configuration for us. But if you write a script, then become a customization. So it depends that what type of customer you are supporting and what is their principles about this. Why ServiceNow avoid customization? Why?
Because
Any idea?
Is there impact in other fields?
Many issues.
Let's go one by one. Let me come here. Who was speaking again? Satya. Yes, Satya. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, is there any something is reference field? There is impact that field to another ones is maybe.
What are the other ones?
For example, some fields are reference fields. Is there right in like that way?
Okay, fine. What next? What else? Who was speaking? Yes, go ahead, Harsh.
So it will help the customer to be not creating a problem. I'm not getting how to tell you the right way.
My question is simple. Why ServiceNow not recommend much customization?
Customer.
Jimmy, what do you think?
Is your question like why are they customizing? Is that what you said?
Why you should not encourage the customization?
Oh, most times, I mean, it's good to customize because you're trying to make it to suit your purpose and workflow. But then sometimes, like the ServiceNow might say, no, we don't support too much of customization.
But why? Why?
Why? Because it's gonna be because you might introduce things that they don't support.
I'm purchasing service now. I'm paying money.
Right.
Then why?
That I'm not sure.
Moji, what do you think?
So you're saying too much customization. If you're purchasing a service now and you give them exactly what you want, um, do you have to add another customer? Do you have to add another feature in future? Is it future of things to put it in, or I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about customization, right? If you have more to what they ask for, is it not going to be too much?
But why it's not recommended?
Well,
Okay.
I think it's because it's too. I mean, maybe that's not what I want. I'm not sure.
Okay. Let me give you the normal example. This is again which I learned from my experience, and this is the point which ServiceNow also push a lot. They said if you customize, so let's say customization means I'm doing some scripting, I'm bringing a new form, I'm bringing a new fields, I'm bringing the new table, and I'm bringing a new logics, I'm bringing a new buttons and etc. ServiceNow say that now every 6 months I'm giving a new release to you guys. Okay. If you customize more, then my upcoming releases may not fit best with your customized format. Let's say I have a new phone. I done a too much customization. I have a ringtone for 100 of contacts, different ringtones. I have a 200 apps installed. Netflix, Amazon, Yahoo, etc. All the things. I have a customize the contact view. I have a customize the SMS view. I have a customize their look and feel. And when you upgrade your phone, number one, it will take a lot of time. Number two, maybe the changes which I am bringing override or will not work with your latest or with your customized things. So what ServiceNow say, instead of you do the customization, you let us know. We will evaluate that part. And if it's look good, we can implement on the platform level. Not immediately, these things take time, but it can be done. So the prime reason of avoiding customization, the maintenance will be heavy. Maintenance will be heavy and it will create the issue at the time of the upgrades. I will show you the way that why upgrades are so much hectic sometime. Okay. Now the question come, before you go for the customization, we have to be understand these three
And
things.
I'm
Good.
so sorry. Can I
Good,
ask a
good, good.
question?
Good.
So are you saying that customers is okay to customize more, or is not
Not,
okay?
not
It's not
okay.
okay.
Not
Okay.
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 Keep your instance with the minimum customization. Now the question comes, Atul, when we say that we need to be customized, there should be some parameter, right? You should evaluate. Now let's say you are staying in a one bedroom flat. You are just married and you are staying in a one bedroom flat. After a year, you become mother, and now you have a three members in your family. It's tough to be continue in the one bedroom. Either you purchase a new house that is two bedroom, maybe you don't have that much enough budget. Then what you do? You try to customize that flat. You are try to customize your one bedroom. You do some changes in your wardrobes, keep the wardrobes here and there. You put your bed in the corner. You put one new bed, small bed in the room for a baby. This is customization. And landlord came and say, hey, why you done this part? I'm not allowing any family here. Only couples can stay here. He want to be upgrade the house, and due to your new structure, he is facing a lot of problem. So better don't do the customization. Ask to the service now that I'm looking this functionality. I'm looking this functionality. In a lot of cases, we have to be understand these three parameters. Define a business value score. This is purely from the consulting perspective. Define a complexity score and decide whether business value outweigh the technical risk. Before you think that you need to be add one more room in the house, you have to be understand these three parameter. What it says in under the first section, define a business value score. It says we have 5 points. What is the best, or what is the topmost reason to do the customization is that regulatory or the compliance. Like approximately a few years back, when this Brexit come into the picture, where the European countries and UK get separated and they have a new concept called the Brexit. They have to customize their systems immediately so that no one can access the data of UK or the European countries from outside that particular countries. If this is your requirement, like as per the government rule in a city council, if you are a family, you cannot stay in a one bedroom flat. In that case, if it is my own house, then I'm okay to do the customization and put one more room there. This is regulatory compliance, and the story or the requirement go with the 5 pointer. It is mandatory because if tomorrow any inspection happen and they found that I have a baby now, we are 3 members in a family and we're staying in a one bedroom, they can put a fine on me. That is the first reason, and this is the topmost reason in the business. If business need a customization because it's a regulatory or the compliance purpose, then you have to be do. Another low value is that must have. There is a rule in the city council that a family must have a 2-bedroom, but nobody is going to do any inspection. But must have means you have to be, but it's not compliance. Like now baby is almost 2 years, 2-year old. You think no, it's not good that he's sleeping with us or in a common room, in a one room. Let have another room for him or her. That is must have, not compliance, but must have. So it is a score grade 4. Customization support relation of the business value or adoption, but workaround is also available. So like same example, instead of doing the customization or instead of doing for the customization, let's put a new bed in the living room for my kid. Instead of creating the new room, I have a customization here. Workaround available. So point is 3. 2, just for the little bit benefit. Not no many people, how many, not a number of people are getting benefited. A few set of people get benefited. And 1 or no value when it does not, the customization does not support or increase any experience. So these 5 values is the first one. Business value score, that why you need a customization. Now in the next slide, what type of customization we have to do? Low to medium. Extend an existing table in scope with some scripting. Like I have a task table and I want to be create, or I want to be, yes, I want to be, okay, I have a task table and I have an incident table. Okay, incident table is already extended from the task, but I want to do some more scripting in the incident table. That is low to medium. Same example, you have to be think, if I build a new room in my house, how much it going to be cost to me? Medium to low to medium. Or medium. Medium says a new scoped application. Instead of using ServiceNow application, you are going to create a new application. We will see this topic. Maybe by next week we'll pick up this topic. Medium to high, a global application. Okay, global application means there's a difference between these two. Scoped means which is a limited scope. Global means which is available for everybody. So like incident, change, problem, task. These are the global applications. Okay. So if you create anything in the global application, then it is medium to high. Then high. Change the baseline of the business rule. You're changing the out of the box business rules. And one more high. Build complex and the custom integration. So if you want to build a house, you have to evaluate the complexity. Is it high complex? It is low complex, medium complex, what it required. And then at last you do the mapping. This is your complexity score. This is your value score. Low to medium if value score is 3. Now you have to take a decision that building a new room in my house is a low to medium, but value is 5. Because that is compliance. That is must to have. It means I should go for this one. This score can be in respect of the efforts, in respect of the costing you can see. I know if I build a new room in my house, I have to do a lot of things. Wiring need to be done. I have to take approval from the council. I have to take approval from the architect. I have to be book the carpenter, the person who is going to build my house, then painting, then furniture. Everything is very complex. So it become high. But the value I'm getting is, score I'm getting is 5. because that is compliance. So you cannot skip this part. This is the place where you come to know that should I go for the customization or not. Clear everybody? Everyone clear till this point? Good. Moji, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Good. Good. Let's go here now. Okay. So this is called the customization and the configuration. So in ServiceNow, let's say let me show you something here in the ServiceNow. Now let me go here. Let me click on the new. Okay. Now you can see these are the red dots, right? This means these fields are mandatory. To make this field mandatory, I have two ways. Either I use the UI policy or I can use the client-side scripting. If I say I can use the UI policy, it means a module which is given by ServiceNow and I have to be just go and configure for my field. But if I say the client-side scripting, it means I have to be write the code for this. Output will be same. We will see in the next 2 or 3 days what is client-side scripting, how to write that part. The output will be same, but the way of working is different. Because let me give you example here. My wife is a baker. Okay. There are 2 ways to bake a base for a cake. Number 1, you bring the premixes from the market. Number 2, you collect the ingredients at your home and you do all the mixing and then put into the oven. If I am doing with the premixes, it is a configuration. Just bring, put and done. If I'm selecting and bringing all the material, it becomes customization. Because I'm customizing it. Maybe I don't want to put the baking soda, I want to put some other different flavor or some different ingredients in that part. That is the customization. The output will be same. In the both cases, the base of the cake will be ready. But the way of doing is different. The point is that here, the developers love to write the code. Oh, I will write the code. I have a few of my friends who build the Sudoku. I'm not sure how many of you play the Sudoku. Who build that Sudoku program in C language in the first semester of MCA. Because they love to do the coding. It's a customization that they've done. So it is important that configuration use a ServiceNow interface to set up the rules, condition and other configuration. It means configuration means if you are using the ServiceNow module to do your work is called the configuration. Adding a new value in the drop down, doing the SLA configuration, doing the email configuration is a configuration for us, not the customization. But what the meaning of the customization here? Customization, when an admin use scripts to allow an instance to perform further tasks beyond the configuration can do alone. So what this says, if the ServiceNow given module not able to help you to achieve your business value to your outcome, and you do the scripting, then it is called as a customization. So in short, if your developer is writing a script, at the bottom line, he's doing the customization. But again, it depends from company to company, customer to customer, that up to what level of scripting they consider it as a configuration. These things you will learn in your experience, guys, which I can tell, but still I'll say you will learn in your experience. So if today or tomorrow in your office you are going to be write a script, first of all think, can I achieve this task without scripting as well? You are doing scripting because you love to do. You have a coding mind, you have a coding logic stuff in your mind, but it is the overhead for the system. Let's say I purchase a new house. My wife loved the painting. She said, let's design the wall by on. I said, it's tough. No, I can do, because she loved to do the painting. The same thing I can achieve to bring the same wallpaper and paste it. 10 minutes job. Easy to maintain, easy to remove, easy to carry. But her painting, lot of maintenance, time consuming. Output will be same. The wall look good, but the way of working is different. Why she want to do? Because she loved the painting. She loved the painting. So this is what us says here. Okay, if I scroll down, if customizing an existing ServiceNow script rather than customizing the script itself. Okay, so what it says that if you want to make any changes in the ServiceNow scripting, which the scripts which is given by ServiceNow, don't do directly. Copy that and then make a change. This is what they're saying here. The next point which comes into the picture, do we need to be script or not? To script or not to script? This is what we already discussed. You love development. It doesn't mean that you write a lot of scripts. You have to be thinking from the future perspective. Tomorrow, if you're not in this project, in this company, a new person will come and he don't know the scripting, then how he will handle that logic? So better you have to be decide what to script, when to script or not to script. So this says, what this book says, if you write a single line of code, it becomes your responsibility to maintain that code. Nobody is coming from sky and helping you. Hey, okay, let me help you for the scripting code maintenance. No, it is your responsibility. So if my wife do the painting on the wall, I'll say it's your responsibility now to take care of this part. Any dust, any cleaning, any correction, it's your responsibility. Because you're customizing it as per your need. You don't want to go with the wallpaper design only. Okay, so these are the few examples of the introduction. I'm not discouraging, but I'm giving you the best practices, that when to script, what to script, and all the things. Before you go or you think as a developer, and you try to write a script, think that is there any alternative available in service now by which you can do your work without writing the code or with the minimum code you need to be write. So earlier, if it was a 10 lines, get them already so that you have to do just the coding with the 4 lines only. Still, it is a customization for according to me, but it is not a 10 liners. It is just a 4 liners now. Okay. Now let me scroll down here. So try to avoid scripting whenever possible. Configure instance instead of has many benefits, make instance easier to maintain. The only thing which is everybody is worried, maintenance cost will increase. Now the same example, the painting example. If tomorrow I have to do whitewash in my house, then carefully I tell to the person, please make sure that there's no droplets go on this particular painting. If it is a wallpaper, you can do no problem. You just at the last you just put the cleaning water here and it will be rub out. So easy to maintain or not. If you do the drawing, painting, it become a hectic work. But if you put a wallpaper, it is a quick win for everybody. Okay. Till this point, guys, any doubt, any question? Jimmy, Satyan, Nikitji, Harsh, Moji, Ola, Yogesh. Good. Now let's proceed to the next part. Type of scripts. Here the actual technical words come here. In ServiceNow, we have two types of scripting. Because this topic is about scripting, so let's come to the agenda now. We have a two type of scripting. One is called the client side script, and one is called the server side script. Anyone whose background is from the technical side, maybe someone has done the BTech, Bachelor of Technology, or maybe someone is in the Master's Computer Science or Computer Application kind of things, can tell me what do you mean by the word client side and what do you mean by the word server side script? Please go ahead. Sorry, Satya.
Yeah, client side's nothing but a we are writing description of page browser, and server side it's nothing but a we have to when that script comes right from the database when we are pulling the something like that.
Okay. What do you think, Shyam? What is server side and what is client side script?
Client side, it can be the actually the clients what programming or what service they use, and server is basically what the company is. Sorry, I don't know.
Okay, no problem. Harsh, you are in this area. What is client side? What is server side?
Client side, in simple terms, client side is front end and server side is back end.
Okay. Example?
Example, client side, in client side, we can design and everything. I don't know how to explain it.
No, you have, see, it's Don't avoid these things. You have to be explained now. Your point is right. It's a front end, it's a back end. Now, what is front end? What is back end? You know, a lot of people tell me or ask me, Atul, what is the difference of your training? Why we should opt for your training? Or why should or people say to me, I'm working in service now for 4 years, but as an end user only. That is the front end. You know, or someone tell you that if you're working as a change manager, you have to be click on this button, you have to be click on this icon, you have to click on this option, you have to click on this particular thing. And now you are in the journey of becoming a consultant and you're learning the admin part. So now you're learning the back end as well. So front end means, or the client side script means, any action which you're doing in the front of the client on the form level. It can be any form.
Such as something like the browser.
Browser, yes.
Okay.
Browser level. Generally, I want to avoid the word browser because if I say browser, then you think I'm talking about the browser property, something like these things.
So it can we can keep in this way also, right? In front end is like a designing and
No designing, no. Use the correct word, no designing. Front end means any interface where user can interact. Your front end can be your mobile apps. Your front end can be this form. So if you want to do any operation on this form, it becomes the client side script, which executed on this form itself. Okay, let me give you an example. If we are booking any tickets, okay, let's say you're booking for the flight tickets or movie tickets for a complete family. Okay. This is enter the age of the children. You mention the age and in the other box, they calculate the, sorry, they enter the age of the, sorry, date of birth of the children. You put the date of birth on the other field, you get the age for that particular child. What is this? This is the client side scripting. Because you're executing the operation in front of the customer on the form itself. You're not going in any other database, doing some calculation, bringing the things for me. Let's take example. My son is now 6.5. Okay. And he's learning the addition, subtraction, multiplication kind of thing, not division as of now, only these things. So I told him, okay, what is the sum of the 70 plus 30? He says 100. Quickly, what is the sum of the 60 plus 40? He says 100. 10 plus 20, 30. But when I say, okay, what is the total of the 25 plus 26? What he do? He open his hand and counting on the fingers. This is the back end. Because he's going in his memory, he's opening his hand, he counting the things on the finger and then giving the results. This is the server side scripting. Because it is not quickly handy in his mind, the 25 plus 26. Maybe if I ask you can do it quickly. 30, 40, 70. 10 plus 20, 30. 75 plus 25, 100. 65 plus 35, 100. 69 plus 79. Still you also get little take time. So in short, any scripting which is going to be executed on the form level. Now, if I tell you, let's say nowadays, if you open any website, okay, let's say I'm opening a website for the, let's say Microsoft. Okay. Now see this thing. This is a client side script. This pop-up is a client-side script. As soon as you open the page, you're getting this pop-up. Accept, reject, or manage cookies. It is not going in the database that if you open this page, then you click on this, only then I'll bring the data. No. So client-side script means the scripts which execute on the form level, on the front end, maybe at the time of the page loading, maybe at the time of the value changing, on load. Let's say if I click on this and this, these values are coming. What is server-side script? Yesterday, if you notice, a day before yesterday, if you notice, we create a CI and asset get created when we click on the submit button. That was the server-side scripting. It go in the background, calculate the things, pick up the things, and then show me the result here. Did you get your PNR number before clicking on the submit button? No. Never. When you click on the submit, it verifies, is your payment done? Yes. Is your seats available? Yes. Its date of journey is fine? Yes. Then it will show you the PNR number and say this is your attorney area. But if you're putting a email ID, let's say I'm putting an email ID like this. And as soon as I tab out, it gives me error. It is not a valid email ID. This is not a server side, this is a client side. And ServiceNow says, avoid the maximum client side scripting, because it will increase your page load time. Sometime now you know that I'm using in a day I'm opening Microsoft website 100 of times, and always I'm getting this pop-up. So irritating. I was booking a train from my current place to some other place. I'm going for a visit. Okay, whenever I search a tickets on that particular app, I got a pop-up message. Every time I got a message. I fed up. Come on, it's a very bad app. There's no way I can click and say, okay, don't come next time, or I accept nothing. Whenever you click on the search button, the pop-up will come. That will increase, or sorry, that will decrease the user experience. Maybe that is the company thinking that this pop-up will give information to the customer, but according to me, it's a bad. I don't want that pop-up again and again. So this is what we have to be understanding here. Client side and the server side scripting. And in ServiceNow, these many scripts are available. Client side includes client script, UI policy, and the UI action as well. I'm sure, Harsh, your eyebrows are up now. Atul, how you can add the UI action in the client side script? Because you're already working as a developer, so you know these things. I'm right or wrong here, Harsh?
Yeah.
Right? Why you can add, or how you can add this UI action in the client script? We will discuss. In the server side, we have a business rule. Access control script includes UI action, schedule jobs, and all other things. What we are going to be discussed practically in our training. These three portions, this. That's all. No other things we are able to discuss here.
Atul, workflow scripting also doesn't include?
I can show you a little demo, maybe in the book only, but not practically we can do.
Okay, no, actually I'm struggling with that part right now. So
Okay.
I was asking.
We can discuss a little bit on that, but the reason is that nothing to be hide here. Okay. After my second and third batch of this ServiceNow training, I got a lot of feedback, specifically from the participants who attended the training from me. Atul sir, we are able to crack the interview from the concepts perspective. If someone asks, we are able to tell the concepts, but we stuck on the scripting because you did not teach us the scripting. So scripting I included in the last 2 or 3 batches only. Approximately by fifth or sixth batch, I added scripting as a topic in my agenda. Before that, I was not even touching the scripting point. Their feedback give me a boost. No, I need to be include something. So then I learned this book and start using the topics in my training agenda. Okay, so maybe I'm not 100% full-fledged in the coding part. No, I'm not 100% good in coding, even though I created a separate playlist for the scripting as well. By using this book, I created 9 videos on the scripting. Maybe I can show you that or share that link with you in our WhatsApp group. Okay, it is just so that a fresher can get an idea that what is script, where to write, what to write, how to write. Rest, he or she need to be go the deep dive by their own purpose. Because script includes a purely logics written. There's nothing called drag and drop. Nothing. This thing nothing for the drag and drop. So in this, there's nothing called drag and drop, guys, other than this part. Rest all need a coding, a pure coding. And what language we use? We are going to be use the JavaScript here. That is the reason in the beginning of this course, I always say, guys, start brushing up or learning your JavaScript concept little bit. Okay. Now let's come back here. The question comes, why UI action in the 2 sections? Harsh, what do you think? Why UI action in the 2 sections?
Because UI actions.
Your way of answer remind me one incident happened in my college. Okay, there was one of my friend, and it was just a first semester we had we just entered. So over the one Friday or Saturday, there's a session has been arranged by our teacher that is called the extempore. So every student will given a topic on the spot and he need to be speak. So one of my friend at that time, there was a what I can say, this thunderstorm came called the tsunami, right? So my teacher gave a topic to my friend, what is tsunami? And he go to that stage or a little bit heighted place and he started his discussion like this. Hey, my name is this and we are going to be discussing about tsunami. So what is tsunami? And then he's silent. So the same way you explain that, Atalu, this what the reason is that, and then you stop. Because it is something.
Because I know what is it, but I cannot explain you.
You try to explain. Because the thing is that we have a lot of people in this batch who want to listen your experience. Maybe you're working in service now, but not Jimmy, not Satya, not Shyam, not Yogesh, not myself as well. Try to explain. Why the UI action is part of client side and the server side.
Yeah, just now you said one of the example, Atal. For example, we have to that form submit button that data can pull from the database only, right? That is
Right.
from server side. And UI action comes in the client side when we are pressing the button. Some application, some fields are changing over. Like what can I say? Just now you showed something.
Tell me what I showed something.
For example, mandatory steps. for few minutes back you have shown the email address, right? So you have entered something and the system doesn't accept it.
No, no. Number one, what is the UI actions? Just to update for everybody. For a time being, these buttons are the UI actions. Okay. So maybe other than Harsh who are not in the ServiceNow domain, they understand that what is UI action. They are saying UI action in the both because they can run either and they can run on the client and the server side as well. Okay, they can run. There's a way that you can call the UI action in the client scripts as well. With the help of the glide, Ajax and all the things will be there. Okay, but it is a good thought for you guys to be learn or to search that why UI action is a part of in the both client side and the server side scripting. Okay. And the last they're saying server side scripts are considered preferable. Where possible, use this because server side script run in the backend. So what this means specifically, let's say I'm booking a ticket and I click on the submit button. In the meantime, my tickets are getting booked. I can open the same website again and do my other work as well. I no need to be wait for the to get my ticket. So let's take example. Every day my WhatsApp backup has been scheduled. So in the morning when I open my WhatsApp, it takes few seconds to taking the backup. That is a client side script. Because I cannot use the WhatsApp until that backup processing or the local backup has been completed. As soon as the local backup completed, it go in the background and start uploading in my Google Drive. Okay, so this is what they say because now if let's say I have my WhatsApp backup is for the 5 GB. I need to wait minimum 5 minutes to get the backup done. And maybe some important call are coming, important messages coming on the WhatsApp. I cannot access it. That's when it says preferable the server side, but if you want a quick checks from the customer, from the users, then go for the client side scripting. Okay. So now what is the method of executing scripts? These are the sequence. I will not prefer to go in depth for this one, but just to remember. I'm sure I pick up this topic called the order. Your order decide in which sequence the logic should run. Let's say if I'm building, let's say I'm making a cup of tea. Okay. This order has been decided. First, you take a fry pan, then you take a put water, then you boil it, then put sugar, then put tea, then boil it, then put milk, then put in the cups. This is the order of the events, order of the things. But in that, let's say I want to make a coffee, and I love that beet coffee specifically. I make that part. So beating can be done in any of the sequence, but before the actual boiling of the water. Maybe I can beat in the morning and keep it till the evening. Maybe I can beat at the time when I was making a cup of coffee. So this order decide a lot of things. So when we write a script, when we go for the client side scripting, then I'll show you that how this order work. There's a number defined. The number has a lot of value here. Okay. These numbers say that in which order they should be executed. Let's say on the incident table and on the let's say this part. On the incident table, I have a client script and that client script run on the this particular field. I have another client script which also run on the same field. Now we have to decide what should be the order for these both client scripts. That is important. This is what the developer need to be think. And then he can do the order. So for the business rules, it's a different order. For the database operation, it's a different order. For the engines, email notification, it's a different order. Okay, so this order play a vital role, but for us as a beginner, nothing much to be worried on that part. We will see when we go for the practical part of these things. Okay, now let me go on the part. Good. This will pick up from the tomorrow's one. Introduction to scripting. Also, we will see where to write a code and where means the place to write a code, and then we go for the ServiceNow classes. Everybody clear till this point? Any doubt, any question, any clarification anybody have?
Yeah, still small question.
Go ahead, Satya, go ahead.
Can we use piece of codes existing scripts?
Sorry, can we use?
Can we use the piece of code means
Piece of code where you want to use?
for example, something new requirement is there related to the existing one, not fully completed, but it's something like that. But some existing piece of code can we use?
You can use.
Okay.
So the same example. Let's say I was making a cup of coffee and suddenly my friend also come. I already have beat some coffee. I put some more coffee on the top and will beat little bit more. So I'm using the existing piece of code, but you have to make sure that the existing piece of code should work in your new requirement properly.
Yes.
That is the thing.
And one more thing, actually, how can we reduce the code and where can we avoid the code?
We will see these things. We will see.
Okay.
That is the reason this book is good to read. In the first chapter, they say only one thing: avoid as much as you have to be do. Let me show you on my slides. Not this part, but it's a best practice, but not the 100%. It's totally depend, Satya, that how much good is that developer. Is he able to find out some alternatives where the less scripting is required? Use the workflow, use the flow, use the automation.
Automate, yeah. We're talking about the same.
Use the out of the box functionality like UI policies. Like I said, you can make a field mandatory via two ways. Via client side script, and same thing you can do via UI policy. Now it's up to you which you want to use. So we'll see these things in the upcoming sessions. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, guys, so let me stop the recording and take a quick attendance now.